have sprite randomization on for NPC sprites, and additionally, we also have community-created sprites in the Earthbound Ancient Cave randomizer that you can put into the game. So, I believe Thomas is running Chew from Chulip, Mega Man, Laika a dog, and Mog is currently dead, and it's got that dead Final Fantasy VI character sprite. Spoiler real quick to see what floor. Central on net is 9, so when we weren't looking, when we were talking about everything going on, Thomas has took another skip off of the skip he was on, and he is already on floor 9. He could wander into the Gygas room in any one of these doors, and he is by no means ready.
So, very well, I don't think that's what he wanted.
Since he hasn't put in his player name yet here, he gets the phone call from Tony to put in the player name. And
I don't think
again,
this is going to be a real name.
Did Andy win? No, Thomas, we've barely gotten started. Andy's not on floor 9. You're the one on floor 9.
I don't think he can hear us.
No, but see, this is part of the thing when you're doing a race, is because if you found this skip, it means your opponent could have found this skip.
About opening all of Tony's presents.
Andy's found the 8th floor boss, and it's Starman Deluxe. So it is, and Thomas has found it as well, but from the backside. So they're right in the same area. They are fighting 3 star pennants, which I believe averages out to, in the average seed, 2.8 of those between the two of them. He's going for it. All right.
Here we go. Oh,
so Thomas has
Robo Moogle.
It's pretty good. Thomas has released a chicken, so that's important. Always set those chickens free. There can be enemies in this Gygas room now. I think this room was born for enemies.
I've actually gotten several comments from people playing my randomizer about how happy they are that there aren't enemies here. And for the longest time, I didn't know why they were thanking me for that.
I get cursed at multiple times for people on their way to Gygas, hitting a Ghost of Starman party right on the way and completely derailing their Gygas fight. But there's all these little side paths you can wander around, and it's perfect. I love seeing the enemies in this room. On any floor, so he may be looking for super bomb vendors. He's going to check this hint man. This is the 3rd floor. Oh, there was Ness's Nightmare on floor 4. That is a super early Ness's Nightmare. Holy cow.
I'm always a fan of Ness's Nightmare.
Oh, that is a brutally early Ness's Nightmare. They're both going to be so glad they skipped that.
Absolutely.
Thinking about doing is just trying to bash out this fight as quick as he can. Oh no.
He got it, but he's going to roll down before that.
Yeah,
so
he got through phase 1, but there's lethal on Ness here.
Well, that is the furthest either of them have gotten so far. Hopefully he'll have better luck next time through here.
The Starstorm that Andy Spoo does.
That makes sense. And of course you don't want to be going for Thunder in this fight.
Ooh, Andy got the paralysis, so it must just be like a 10% chance.
Oh, that's huge. Pokey is most of the damage output in this fight, because you can shield.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Oh my goodness.
Alright, I think that's going to get him through here.
I feel good about this phase 1 now, because we saw all of the good strategies. Andy's got some great strategies for this, for difficult fights, and now that he's actually got the paralysis on Pokey.
Ahead of you, before the logic catches up to what you've done.
That lady had dogs and fleas in a burning hotel room.
Oh yeah, so we have enemy shuffle on, so all of those things are shuffled. And holy cow, Andy did not find a kid there. He found Flying Man. So Flying Man is not useful for any checks, does not have any inventory space, but is extremely buff and will let it to. It looks like IQ is about to finish off the Frank fight, which will also tell us right after it.
Ooh, it's the stop sign there.
It's a stop sign.
Well, I mean, it does say stop, so yeah. Oh, man.
All right, it looks like it's the pencil eraser over on the Perkle check. So okay. I don't remember if they have Tucson access yet. If they do, then they can go to that. It does. Oh yeah, they do have Tucson access. That was one of the teleports.
Yep. The very first thing from BuzzBuzz.
You to do, and then they'll give you a new hint. And they will always get you to the end of the game.
Andy just ate a Repel Sandwich. That's not an item that's in Vanilla Earthbound.
It is not. So Repel Sandwiches replace the Skip Sandwich because, as you've noticed, and as is also in your rando, they have Skip Sandwich speed all the time. So the Repel Sandwich uses the same timer that the Skip Sandwich would, so it's 10 seconds, and it turns off all enemy spawns for that duration. Repel Sandwiches ended up being a major part of the meta. It's actually a really fun option. We've turned that on a couple of times. We did it for the first round of the tournament, and some of the runners really like it, so we might be seeing more of that going forward.
Andy with a quick use of the Superma in there, so the Ode to Orange Kid was sung. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, so speaking of cursed enemies again, one of the curses is just that the enemy always drops the Superma, and I made the Superma undroppable, so you have to use it to get rid of it.
Love it.
Alright, and we've got a boat ride for Andy. This is a check that a lot of people like to avoid because it is fairly slow, but there's also a cutscene that is a lot of fun to watch, so when that boat gets near the end of its journey, you'll definitely want to keep an eye on what happens over there. It's not near the end of its journey yet, though, for people not familiar with the game.
So we had a Frankenstein come out of the water at us. That's a little unusual.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, some of the things that Boss Shovel does are so funny.
Right, and those character checks, they definitely still need to go through some character checks because they have to find Paula to beat the game. Here's a chance for Andy to meme it up.
Yep, let's see what you've got here, Andy. It looks like we've just decided to be wholesome on both of them.
Nice. More wholesome memes.
More wholesome memes. Disagree with that spelling, Andy. Or maybe you just timed out. That's exactly how much space you have. I do no longer disagree with your spelling, Andy.
Both the other kids are down. Is he going to take off a turn to Horn of Life? He is.
Yeah, it's definitely the play. There's too many things that can go wrong. Especially that Diamond Eyes attack. That would just be a wipe if you only have one kid left. Oh my goodness, that is just... That is rude. I guess you're rude.
Geiga says, you're done. Try again.
Yeah, the chances of that are extremely low. Like, even taking for granted that Gygas has that ability here. That's like a 1 in 4 chance of using that, and then a 1 in 4 chance per kid of, like, instantly killing them. So, yeah, it's like 1 in 256, I'm guessing, for that to happen. Very, very poor luck for Andy there.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez,
so
IQ's getting it too.
IQ trying to get off that Horn of Life to bring Paula back, and solidified at least 2 times, maybe 3 times in a row, trying to get that Horn of Life.